Good morning, students. Welcome to computer class. In the last video, I taught programs based on if statement and if else statement. In this class, I would like to teach programs based on conditional control structures. Video number 2. Children, welcome to computer class. Now I would like to teach conditional control statements programs. This is the second video based on these conditional control structures. Shall we start our class? Today, I would like to teach some programs based on else if ladder. The third model is else if ladder. Now, write down this ninth program. In the last video, I taught 8 programs. This is the ninth program. Write down, children. Before going to write, take your pen, notebook, and write neatly. The ninth program is write a program to display the grade of a student based on the following rules. What are those rules? Those are average marks we are taking as input and printing the grade. Those are 80 to 100 marks distinction, 60 to 79 first division, and 50 to 59 second division, and 40 to 49 third division, and 0 to 39 is fail. These are the conditions what we have to check, and the grades are we are going to print in the program. For this program, the variable description is in this program we are taking only one variable, that is m, and the data type is int to, to store the average marks. We are using that variable to store the average marks in the program. Shall we go to the program? Now, I would like to teach the program to print the grades of a student. To print the grades of a student. First one, hash include stdio.h. We are including this header file to run the functions printf and scanf. And the next one is hash include conio.h. We are including this header file to run the functions clr, scr and getch functions. Void main, open braces, int m. In the variable description, we have written this one variable only, integer m. clr, scr, printf, enter average marks. Based on these average marks, we are going to give the grade for the students. That's why we are taking these marks as input. Enter average marks. Now I am going to take the input, that is scanf %d ampersand m. Here I am taking the input from the end users. Based on these average marks, we are going to print the grade. If m is greater than 79, I did not write here greater than or equal to. I have written only greater than 79. If the average marks are greater than 79, what we have to print? We have to print distinction. If the given marks are greater than 59, and less than 80, what we have to give the grade? First division. Here, instead of 59, you just write 69. Sorry, ma. Here, this is 69. If the marks M greater than 69 and M is less than 80, first division. Next one, if this condition is also false, we are going to check another condition. Else, if marks M greater than 49 and less than 60, second division. If the marks are greater than 39 and less than 50, what we have to print? We have to print third division. Else, if these conditions all are false, if the given marks are not there in these conditions, what we have to print? We have to print fail. Now, get CH, closed bracket. Shall we try this with the output? Yeah, I would like to give you one output. That is, output 1 check, enter average marks. If I entered 59 as input, the answer is second division. And once come to the output 2, enter average marks. If I entered 18 marks, the result is fail. The computer prints fail. This is all about grades of a students. Next one, 10th program. I would like to teach the 10th program is also based on this ELSIF ladder. Write a program to display the days of a week. The days of a week according to day and name. If the day is 1, we have to print Sunday. If the day is 2, we have to print Monday. If the day is 3, we have to print Tuesday. If the day is 4, we have to print Wednesday. If the day is 5, we have to print Thursday. If the day is 6, we have to print Friday. If the day is 7, we have to print Saturday. If more than 7, that is an invalid option. This is what we have to print using ELSIF ladder. And the variable description is variable name, data type, description. Here in this program, I am using only one variable, that is M, of an integer data type to store an integer. To store an integer. Now come to the program. Hash include stdio.h. We are including this header file to run the functions printf and scanf. Next one, hash include conio.h. We are including these header files to run clr function and getch function. Void main. Every program starts from main method, open brackets, int m, clr to clear the screen after printing the output. Printf entered any number from 1 to 7. This function displays the message which is included between double quotations. And scanf. Scanf function takes the input from the end users. That is, it scan a number from the end user. If m is equal to m1, the given number is equal to 1, the compiler prints Sunday. If the number is not equal to 1, the compiler is just go to check the next condition, that is else if m is equal to 2. If the given number is equal to 2, it prints Monday. If the given value is not equal to 2, the compiler just go to the next condition to check, that is else if m is equal to 3. If the given number is equal to 3, it just prints Tuesday. If this condition is also false, the compiler just go to check the next condition, that is else if m is equal to 4. If the given value is equal to 4, it just prints Wednesday. If the given value is not equal to 4, the compiler just go to check the next condition, that is if m is equal to 5. If this condition is true, the compiler just prints Thursday. If this condition is also false, the compiler just go to check the next condition, that is m is equal to 6. If this condition is true, the compiler prints Friday. If this condition also false, the compiler go to check the next condition, that is if m is equal to 7. If this condition is true, the compiler prints Saturday. If this condition is also false, the last one is invalid option. This is more than 7. That is invalid option. Get ch closed bracket. This is all the program. Write neatly, children. Now I would like to teach the output. Output 1. Enter any number from 1 to 7. The end user should enter a number from 1 to 7. If I entered 5, the output is Thursday. The output is Thursday. Means the fifth condition is true. That's why it prints Thursday. Now come to output 2. Enter any number from 1 to 7. If I entered 18, is there any 18th condition in the program? No. That's why it prints invalid option. This is the working of else if ladder. Now I would like to teach another program which is an important model in the 10th standard also. That's why children, put your mind to understand this problem. This is the 11th problem, children. I taught two programs 9 and 10. This is the 11th program. That's why note it down very neatly. Now, what is the program? The electricity board charges from their consumers according to the units consumed per month. The amount is calculated as per the tariff given below. Units consumed charges. Here we have two columns. First one is units consumed and the second column is charges. If the consumer consumes up to 100 units, the charges are 5.5 per the unit. For the next 200 units, 6.5 per the unit. And for the next 300 units, 7.5 per unit. If more than 600 units, 8.5 per unit. Now, write a program to input consumers number and the units consumed. The program displays the following information after calculating the amount. The money receipt, how we have to print consumers number, units consumed, amount to be paid. Now, I would like to give you some explanation before going to write this program. Now, come to the explanation, children. A small explanation only I would like to give you. That is, once go to the question for 100 units. For the first 100 units, the charges are 5.5 rupees. And for the next 200 means 100 after 200. Did you understand? 100 after 200 means 300 units. For the next unit means 100 plus 100, not 200. 100 after 200. 100 after 200. How we have to calculate? For the first 100 units, we have to multiply with 5.5 rupees. And for the next units, we have to calculate 6.5 per the unit. Now, come to the third condition. For the next 300 units means first 100 units, next 200 units, next 300 units, that is 600 units total. That's why we have to calculate the first 100 units with 5.5 rupees and the next 200 units with 6.5 rupees and the next 300 units with 7.5 rupees. Now come to the more than 600. More than 600 means we have to calculate first 100 units with 550 rupees, next 200 units with 6.5 rupees, next 300 units with 7.5 rupees, and the more units are calculated by 8.5 rupees. Okay, put your mind, children. This is a very, very important model in the 10th standard also. Next, variable, sorry, for example, 750 units if I give 750 units, what is the amount I am going to pay? Here I have given some explanation. See once. For the first 100 units, 5.5 rupees. And for the next 200 units, 6.5 rupees. And for the next 300 units, 7.5 rupees. Now all these hundreds are going to add, then these are all 600. 600 more 150. This 150 is multiplied by 8.5 rupees. Okay, did you understand, children? Now I am going to explain the variable description. The variable description is, in this program I am going to use only three variables. Those are n, u, amt. The variable names are n, u, amt. N is an integer type data to store consumer number. U is an integer type data to store units consumed. AMT is an double type data to store amount to be paid. This is the variable description for this program. Now come to the program. Here I would like to teach the program for this one. First, hash include stdio.h. We are including this header file to run the functions printf and scanf. Hash include conio.h. We are including this header file to run the functions clr, scr and getch functions. Void main. Every program starts from main method, open brackets, int n u, and the next one double amt is equal to 0. CLR SCR clear screen to clear the screen after displaying the output. Now printf enter consumer name. First what we have to enter? Consumer name, and I am taking n as input, and next enter units consumed. I am going to take the input units consumed as input. Scanf %d ampersand u. Here I am taking the units consumed as input. Now if u is less than or equal to 100, the units less than 100, 100 కంటే తక్కువ లేకపోతే 100 కంటే సమానంగా ఉంటే ఎంతతో మల్టిప్లై చేయాలమ్మా? ఆ యూనిట్స్ని 550తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే మనం కట్టాల్సిన అమౌంట్ అనేది వచ్చేస్తుంది. if the units are more than 100. If this condition is false, we are going to check the another condition, that is if u is greater than 100 and u is less than or equal to 300. In the question, what they have given, next to 200 units, 100 after 200 means 300. That's why I have written here u is less than or equal to 300. ఒకవేళ యూనిట్స్ అనేవి 300 కంటే తక్కువగా ఉంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద అమౌంట్ we are going to calculate? Amount is equal to, for the first 100 units, 5.5 rupees only, and for the next more units, more than 100, that is units minus u minus 100 into 650. If this condition is false, what we have to check? U is greater than 300 and u is less than or equal to 600. In the third condition, what they have given, for the next 300 after next 300 means 600. Now how to calculate the amount? Amount is equal to, for the first 100 units, 5.5 rupees, and for the next 200 units, 6.5 rupees, and the next extra units we have to calculate them, we have to multiply them with 7.5 rupees. Now if this condition is also false, that is more than 600, else amount is equal to, for the first 100 units 5.5 rupees, and for the next 200 units 6.5 rupees, and for the next 300 units 7.5 rupees. If I add all these hundreds, this is all 600 units. We have calculated the amount for these 600 rupees. If the and for the excess units, we are multiplied that excess units with the 8.5 rupees. Next one is u minus 600 into 8.5 rupees. Now we are going to display the output. Printf consumer number is n and units consumed is u, and amount to be paid is amt, get ch, closed braces. Now I would like to give you one output. Input, enter consumer number. If I entered 00123 that is the consumer number. Enter units consumed, that is 453 I entered. Now what is the output here? Consumer number is 00123 that is not visible in this here, sorry ma. Next, units consumed 453. Now amount to be paid is 2997.5 rupees. This is the output. Now children, I would like to give you one program as homework. Try this program. A cloth showroom has announced the following festival discounts and the assured gifts. No need to write these gifts. On the purchase of items based on the total cost of the items purchased. Here we have two columns. I have given you only two columns. No need to write this third column. Okay. The total cost less than or up to 2000, the discount is 5%. If the total cost is greater than 2000 and less than 5000, the discount is 10%. If the total cost is greater than 5000 and less than 10,000, the discount is 15%. And more than 10,000, the discount is 20%. Now what we have to do? Write a program to input the total cost of the item purchased, discount, amount to be paid after availing discount and the assured gift. There is no need to write this assured gift. You just write the discount and amount to be paid. In this program, What we have to do? Take the item purchased amount. Item purchased, cost of the item purchased as input, and calculate the discount and display amount to be paid. How to display this amount to be paid? Is just subtract the discount from the cost of the item. Then only we can get the amount to be paid. Children, put your mind to understand the programs. These are very, very important model. If you understand this program, you just keep the 15 marks in your pocket. That's it. Subscribe this channel to get the notifications. Thank you.